All right, guys. I'm Sumedha from Base, and today we're going to dive all into what DEXes are, how they work, what's the DEX architecture behind some of the best performing DEXes in the industry, and I would love for my guests to introduce themselves first before we get started. So, Piyush, over to you.
Hey guys, I'm Piyush. I lead growth at Avantis. Avantis is a PubDex, the house of global markets where you can turn your speculation or like your insight into actual profits. Yeah, I look after everything growth, everything marketing, business development, sort of all hands on.
Sound check 1 2 1 2. Hello everyone. Well, my name is George Anthony. I'm a CEO of a BullBit. And well, in BullBit, in two worlds, we're redefining the perp DEX. But I really here, to give a speech how we present the mass adoption, and hopefully we will well elaborate. And the unthinkable truth is that 600 million people they own crypto, but 98% of them they operate on centralized exchange. And I think we're having the big fear, right? Because I think many people here, they maybe once in a lifetime, they lost their seed phrase, right? And that's very unfortunate when you have all of your life savings in just, one piece of a paper. So we're trying to change that narrative, and that's why BullBit comes to the biggest crypto market in the world, Indian market. So I will be very happy to explore with my guests and colleagues today how we can change, and bring real mass adoption on chain. As we know, in crypto, your keys, your assets. So we try to provide that, instant environment on chain. Thank you so much.
Uh, Hello, everyone. My name is Kunal. I do investor relations at LayerZero. LayerZero is the largest interoperability protocol with about 40 billion in OFT assets that we support and connecting 150 chains. So we work both with asset issuers and new chains, helping asset issuers go multi-chain and helping new chains get the inflows in TVL that they need to have a vibrant ecosystem. I've been in the space for a few years now. I was at Misari for a few years leading research there, and now have moved my talents to LayerZero, which is an incredible team, and it's been incredible being here. And looking forward to this panel too.
Amazing. So, as you all can see, we have a stacked panel here. And let's start off with our first question, right? Let's dive right into how DEXs work, right? If I need to simplify it for the audience, how I understand DEXs to work is we have like a shop front, right? We have AMMs and order books. But there's a lot of moving parts that go behind the DEXs architecture, right? And I would love to know from you guys what is unique about the architecture that goes behind Avantis, BullBit, etc. And what would be the most crucial component to ensure smooth capital flowing and smooth transactions happening on your DEXs? Because I feel like a lot of the DEX experience is UX based. It's the user experience, right? So would love to know from you.
Yeah, for sure. A very interesting question. A question that not a lot of people ask, but very important to know. So Avantis operates on a AMM model, automated market making model, where it's not really people that long versus people that short. It's more so people that trade versus people that LP. So LPs are generally the counterparty, which allows for higher leverage, which allows us to enable leverage up to 1000x while ensuring that we have capital efficiency, and yeah, the risk management is top tier. Um, for example, what we are doing at Avantis with Base is simplifying UX as much as possible. So you can imagine it as being a shop front where we have people that are sort of matching all the trades that everyone opens against people with USDC deposits.
Yeah.
As as soon as a trader wins, they sort of get their payout from the buffer without LPs being exposed to risk. And in return, the LPs earn around 15 to 20% of yield on their USDC deposits. So imagine making 15% just by your money sitting somewhere and withdrawable anytime. That's the core differentiation.
Awesome. George, maybe you can
Yes,
take it.
I really agree with what just said with my buddy. But I think one more time, we're all here stuck in crypto, and this invisible wall is really coming from the user onboarding. Like everyone in this room, they have a mobile phone, right? But not all of these guys, they have a massive laptop or maybe MacBook to go to Hyperliquid, for example, right? And execute some, well, some strategies to make money. Because at the end of the day, why people use crypto, right? That's a gateway to store your assets, right? Many guys try to escape, try to, as we call it, hodl. So our job here at the BullBit, one more time, we're using, I'm so proud to have Base as our strategic infrastructure partner. So what we basically do, we're using their account abstraction technology with a passkey. So one more time, coming to the mobile, you don't need, to sign a message when you go to TikTok or Instagram. You don't need to sign a password when your mama is calling you, right? All you do is, when you get a call and notification, you unlock it with your finger and with your face. So in reality, you can lose a seat race. Hopefully, you will never lose your finger and your face, right? So we're trying to utilize and kill that wall of people, when they sign the smart contract, and it takes maybe 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, crypto is very volatile. If we are speaking about DGen or Mimi, the price could go up or could go down, right? So we have to have that instant relationship with the market. So we're using central limit order book, and we execute. We're trying, to provide, as we call it here at the BullBit, the speed of the centralized exchanges. Like always look for the best, right? And we're having the self-custody, like your keys, your assets. So like there is no way we rug pull you, right? I'm joking, but in a way, decentralized finance is meant so you wake up 24/7, anytime, in any moment, and you have your crypto. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I mean,
Kunal, I'm so sorry to cut you off, but just to rephrase the question to you, right? And I would love your insight on this. Are investors bullish on, let's say, innovative infrastructure behind DEXes? Is that what they're looking for? And yes, your 2 cents on the question as well.
Yeah, I'll give like a broad view. So I think both the panelists brought up these smart contract wallets, which Base is also building, and I think has found like great PMF in the space, right? So we've seen Privy, Dynamic, all of them really do well for themselves and provide a great user experience. So LayerZero has a fast swaps product, which is intent-based, same chain or cross-chain spot swaps. We think the UX for it is excellent. It provides the fastest quotes of any like DEX product, and you can get instant liquidity across like 6 chains right now, and that is growing fast. So yeah, broadly speaking, I think the swaps base, the smart contract wallet-based infrastructure is very exciting for investors. We've seen a lot of acquisitions in this space. At LayerZero too, we are evaluating these products, internally, and whether to launch or acquire or acqui-hire. Secondly, on like clubs or AMMs, I think clubs work best for the short tail assets, the deep liquidity assets that we see. So the top 10 coins or the top like 20 coins. But AMMs are a great product for the long tail assets, the meme coins that like Wintermute will not provide like liquidity for. So you need like an automated market maker. So we've seen like kind of PMF in both the designs, but for like different kinds of assets.
Yeah, makes complete sense. And to just pick on what you said, like you just launched a fast swaps product, right? Just maybe a brief on that, because you mentioned it. Maybe you can just.
Yeah, so you can go to Stargate.finance and bridge and swap between 6 like chains live right now. So we're only on EVM chains at the moment, but we'll be adding Solana very soon. You can go from ETH to XPL on Plasma, which is a hot new chain. You can go from XPL to Monad, and it's truly like amongst the best pricing that you can get, and fastest like sub-second settlement, sub-second quotes. So like a truly incredible product, and I would recommend if anyone is like on chain here, which I expect most of you are, to check it out.
Thank you so much. So let's switching gears a little bit. Let's get a little deeper into the asset classes that we're actually trading on these platforms, right? So very interesting, Avantis as a case study for that, because you guys are dealing with commodities, forex, metals, none of these being native on-chain assets whatsoever, right? So how do you solve for settlement, liquidity, and what are the challenges that you guys face? Because it's a very innovative approach to trading on-chain. So
Well, our belief is that we want to enable global markets for global traders. PerpDex traders, crypto traders are limited, but then solving Forex for the globe is a bigger challenge and something worth solving. Honestly, we are not the first ones to attempt to solve global markets and bringing in like wide variety of asset classes. But the real reason that we stand out is because of our architecture, our AMM model, our market making engine that enables us to sort of hedge, balance, settle all markets, right? For example, crude oil, Turkish lira. Turkish lira is like a very sort of exotic market,
Yeah.
but with a lot of volatility. And forex traders know this. They want a platform where they can trade this, which is transparent in nature. So we work with like multiple market makers. We market make ourselves across platforms, across sexes, across DEXes, to give users the best sort of experience.
Amazing. George, next question to you. Something along the same lines, but what was your main challenge maybe integrating the AI component into your DEXs? And I know BullBit does prop trading as well. So maybe if you was prop trading the challenge, or was the infrastructure and the AI that you integrated into your DEX the challenge?
Well, you see, to me, we keep hearing AI here, AI there. So in our company, the vision is not to use AI, as a marketing fluff in a way, because it's really complex technology. If you really want AI trading on chain, you have to provide that speed of the execution, because AI thinks in milliseconds. Like, we all seen the ChatGPT, so it has those instant replies. Crypto, on the other hand, is very volatile. So our pilot product was AI Launchpad. So one more time, we keep focusing on the user experience, because crypto is very volatile. In 10 seconds, the price could go up, especially targeting, whales, targeting professional users. But keep coming back, to retailers, to 99% of the guys who are here. What they need the convenience, of their Binance. But all of them, they don't want to lose money, right? Everyone wants to experience to be in the crypto for the long run. Crypto is not like a short-term gain, right? Well, if you are degen, you will, most likely liquidate it. But one more time, people use crypto to escape, right? To have to hodl those money. So we try to provide them with that experience on chain, and we have a vision, to be as convenient as centralized exchange and to be as secure as a decentralized exchange. So we use AI as a complementary. We're not using it, to tell you should trade this or you should trade that. Like people, we just provide them, with more informed decision making. So to us, AI one more time is complementary, because tech in general is kind of complex. And in order, not to, use it as one more time as a marketing fluff, we want to, to provide the users that mobile, that instant experience as all of these guys expect from Instagram, right? When you scroll your feed, you want to see the next reel in seconds. You don't sign the message, you don't wait 10 seconds because, people will not use it. So we bring, that on chain. Thank you so
Amazing.
much.
Thank you. Do you want to take that, or?
I mean, some of the things that I'm most excited about for DEXes is that, do we expect that there will be like AI fund managers who can trade on on a DEX, and agents kind of executing tasks for users? So that is something that I think about and want to kind of incorporate in my daily kind of analysis or trading. Just in my daily activities. So I think that's what I'm really looking forward towards. For part of the question that you asked there, we do support settlement between, if market makers are providing liquidity across multiple chains and multiple DEXs or sexes, they need to rebalance somehow, and LayerZero's infrastructure does help them settle on chain. If they have an oversupply of USDC on one chain and USDT0 on another, they can use LayerZero to kind of match that and settle. So eventually, maybe my panelists will agree, we're all trading against Wintermute, and giving them the best experience to give you the best price is really the goal. And we are kind of infrastructure for market makers to settle there or rebalance their portfolios on chain as well.
Amazing. I think I'm going to take from what you said and I feel like it's time to address this question, right? Is there advantage to consolidating capital, let's say, on one chain versus going multi-chain? What are the trade-offs, right? I think anyone can take this question.
I'll just start since I've
Yeah,
been going
you-
last,
you-
and
you
this
should
is
start.
very like up my alley as well. But we believe at LayerZero that the future is going to be like multi-chain. Our entire goal is to help asset issuers launch on like multiple chains, and chains get better liquidity on when they launch. So we've seen this acceleration of new chain launches. So of course, Coinbase with Base, Circle with Arc, Stripe with Tempo. We're hearing about a Google chain. Canton is exciting.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of like new chains that are coming out, which are very exciting. And I don't think that trend is going to slow down. I think it's only going to accelerate. So I think it is inevitable, and it is kind of pointless to discuss whether we can do it on one chain. Even CBBTC is not just on Base, right? It's on Ethereum, it's on Solana as well now. So there is this natural progression of meeting your user where you are. I do think that there is a future in like chain abstraction. We're seeing a growth in applications like BullBit, which will allow you to buy anything on chain, on any chain, or like there's FOMO right now, which is like hugely popular as well, allows you to buy any spot asset across any chain. So we believe that's the future, and that's what we are building towards. We're very happy to see that this future is being realized today. So we're seeing these new chains by very prominent kind of Web2 established companies that are coming to crypto, and we're happy to support that.
Amazing. What about you guys? What is your take on it?
Well, I really agree with what just said by Mr. Kunal. So we apply the same principle, right? We're having your assets one more time. We're decentralized finance, right? I think that's what matters the most. But what's even more important is one more time the user experience. Because on a daily average, only up to 20 million DeFi users, they're like daily trading. But 600 million users, they own crypto. Do you think all of them just love Binance? Well, maybe, but I think all of them, they have the fear of the gas, right? How can I explain to my grandmother what is gas? I don't want to waste this time. I want to use, rather this time for her to worry about Bitcoin, right? Will it hit 100K this year? So our execution will like separate it, what is happening with your assets. So your assets are locked. One more time, we're proud to use Base as our infrastructure layer. So at any given time, we have like this button. You can withdraw in seconds. I think this ability, this experience, that moment when users understand the funds are safe, like they will not have another FTX. They put 99% of their focus, especially dealing with the market. We are like in infrastructure. We try to provide that in experience for the end user, so they sleep safe during the night, and the only thing they're worried maybe is the Bitcoin price. So as of now, one more time, we're using the central limit order book, and we think this is a cool idea, to match the people's expectations, like we're not having any slippage. Because at the end of the day, even 1% of slippage, 2%, 3%, people lose money. And if we talk about multi-chain, that's even more, right? So we're trying to settle down and say, hey guys, relax. This is near instant execution of the orders. Doesn't matter if you make an order, you cancel it. For the end user, we have to have, that seamless blockchain. Like we don't care how Instagram works, right? I keep referring to the Web2 world because I think in the Web3, we're not like all competitors. We're all here have the same goal of a mass adoption. And to me, to knock, that door, so for all retail users, we have to make them feel like home. So they really focus on the experience, on trading, on exploring new crypto coins, new crypto projects. But it's easy, right? They just, one more time, for example, sign using the Touch ID. It's very hard to lose your finger. Well, don't try, but you will never lose your face, right? So one more time, let's make technology simple. I want to quote, Vitalik Buterin. He says, like, if your tech is too hard to understand from my grandmother, you're doing something wrong. So we have, that vision. It has to be super simple, very fast, and then users will love us. Thank you.
Amazing, thank you.
Yeah. Just like a quick remark, I believe that the future is multi-chain for sure. Institution-backed chains, app chains, and all of that will for sure be the future. And these chains will act as like a distribution center of liquidity. And if people want to speculate on a market, it's always better for them to do it on a on-chain perp DEX with deep liquidity, which is very composable in nature. And yeah, so multi-chain is the future. Yeah.
Amazing. I think we all agree.
If I can, if I can ask you a question. So, you say you have like a multi-chain, any asset can be bought on BullBit, is that correct?
Well, as of now, we have like up to 50 chains. We're like having a soft launch, but
Okay.
yeah, we're looking to expand, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. And so how is the underlying kind of like tech supported, right? So let's say I have USDT 0 on base and I want to buy Sol on Solana,
Yeah.
then
Yeah, that's kind of easy because we use USDC every time it's coming back to the stable coin. So
Okay.
basically the tech works like as a collateral. For the end user, he deposits whatever. He doesn't have to worry about the gas fee or sending to the wrong network address, right? We only activate when he actually makes a deposit. So all of these, they're prehistorically recorded on our backend. And then we use technology when he actually deposits, let's say USDT on any blockchain, it's activated and he has these funds like as a USDC collateral. Let's say Sol right now is 200, so he can use up to 200 and engage with the crypto market. And one more time, he just confirms using, the Touch ID or Face. So that makes, that's user experience convenient. So he doesn't worry about gas. He doesn't worry about, losing money, losing that precious seed phrase. Thank you.
yeah, so I mean, I would, if I'm understanding that right, that you abstract that away,
Yeah.
but the underlying still has to happen on chain, right? Like you still have to purchase like Sol on Solana or Sol, or like wrapped Sol on
Yeah, like a
Base.
native account abstraction. Yes.
Correct. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would hope that the underlying also maybe uses LayerZero, or even if it uses some like other omni-chain project, that's fine as well. But we do believe that this kind of application, which is very useful for the end user, which someone's grandmother could potentially use, is the future. And like
Yep.
we plan to support and provide the infrastructure for an application like that to be possible. So yeah, so
Let's connect.
absolutely.
Kunal's taking my job, but anyway. I love, this is the conversation that we were just briefly having before as well, that abstraction of the complexities is not yet where it needs to be, right? But along the same lines, right? And since you guys are doing something that's outside of just Solana based, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, you guys are bringing real world assets and making them tradable on chain. How do you solve for like the initial liquidity of something like that, right? Because I feel like ETH USD pair, very obvious to people. Something like metals, forex, Turkish lira, how do you solve for the initial liquidity there?
Well, this is where AMM thrives, right? It's very tough to bootstrap like a club, but then AMMs have ready liquidity available because you're synthetically trading that market. So for example, if we were to bring Turkish lira on chain or like say Palladium on chain, we just use the liquidity that's already there through our LPs, liquidity providers, and use that to bootstrap the trading process.
Okay, amazing. And just from an understanding of like how is the user going to really understand the value prop of, let's say, trading something like Turkish lira on chain, right? Because what was the case study for you guys? Why Turkish lira specifically? Because I knew that was a very good, very successful case study for you guys. So what was the core problem you identified and why this specific?
Well, the like our approach was not really from like a on-chain perspective. It was more from a forex trader perspective.
So Web2 traders.
Yeah, Web2 traders.
Yeah.
Right? Like bringing Web2 traders on chain for them to trade on a platform that's transparent with deep liquidity is the goal. It's a long way to go for sure.
Yeah.
I think only 1% of the total forex market, only 1% represents the perp DEX sort of trading market. So yeah, it's a long way to go for us for sure. And yeah, we're very bullish on bringing Web2 traders on chain.
Yeah, that was going to be where I was going to segue into next, right? What is the target audience like? And what is it composed of? Of course, Web3 traders, degens are going to be part of it, but how much of the focus is moving outside of that?
Well, honestly, we are working very hard to blur that line as much as possible. With the base mini app launch that's coming up soon,
Yep.
we sort of intend to make that line even more invisible, where all you need is Face ID or all you need is like a passkey to sort of get started. You can on-ramp with Apple Pay, and soon that will be abstracted too. On Avantis, the collateral, you add collateral by USDC, which is readily available. So it is that simple. We want to make it that simple. We're also working with around 15 developers, 15 teams to build their own version of a trading platform that their users would use.
Yep.
Like we're working with like investment funds, we're working with institutional funds, forex platforms to build their own versions, which is on-chain with the same architecture and infrastructure of Avantis.
Amazing. Awesome. George?
Yeah, for sure. So we're a Korean project. So I would say 90% of our retail users who are enjoying on-chain with the self-custody come from Korea. But it's a no-brainer. You go to the top one crypto index country in the world, India, because all of these guys, one more time, not all of them have MacBook. Not all of them can go to Hyperliquid, and enjoy and do complex trading strategies. But all of them, 99.9 of them, have an Android or iPhone, right? Mobile, right in their hands. So why not, to come to their markets, the guys who are tech savvy, who want to engage on-chain. But all of them, they don't want to lose crypto, right? And we know that because I lost sometimes, when I started with the seed phrase. That was very sad experience, when you start. And all of them are retailers. All of these guys, they get wages, right? If you liquidate them once, if they lose crypto once, maybe they will never come back. We want to focus on the positive vibes, So we want to make sure that the crypto is a learned, sustainable finance. It's not a niche anymore. So for all of these guys, we want for them to keep crypto for 10 years, for 20 years, for them to be happy. Because at the end of the day, what matters the most is the experience. Like, are these guys satisfied with our product? And was it easy to start using it, right? One more time, coming to Instagram, you do registration in 10 seconds. You enjoy, whatever reels or kitties you like. The same way we want to treat the blockchain, right? The same way BullBit is trying, to provide guys with the on-chain experience, near instant execution. So all they worry about is getting, new signals, trying to understand whether the price is going up or down. But, crypto is volatile, so please do your research. But we're all down, to provide you that extra layer. We're giving you a hand. Hey, join crypto. It's easy. Don't worry. It's your keys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
LayerZero is primarily a B2B company, and we help chains, applications, and asset issuers with their problems. So while we would love to see user growth come into crypto, we don't directly. We support other developers and other large teams in doing that rather than doing that ourselves. We recently acquired kind of a front end for our omni-chain product, for our trading product, which is Stargate, which does have kind of retail users and retail kind of buy-in. On the other side, though, we do believe that LayerZero can help all of these new companies and all of these new chains, applications like Avantis. So we have an O-Vaults product where, instead of accepting a certain asset on a certain chain, Avantis can, accept that asset on any chain. And maybe you seemed like you've heard about it. So, we just want to enable chains, applications, and asset issuers find the user wherever there is. And if there is user growth, we believe that, it will be powered by LayerZero, and it will help chains and applications find their users wherever they may be.
Perfect. I think with that, I think we're almost at time. But to wrap up, let's say everything goes well for the next 4-5 odd years, right? Where do you see Avantis, BullBit, and LayerZero? What does that future look like? Anyone?
I think Avantis will sort of be the backend. It is like AWS, right? We never look at AWS shill themselves. So all of the shilling will happen through the products that are built on top of AWS, where the system is so incentivized that everyone's incentivized to build, people are incentivized to trade, and in return, Avantis is also winning. That's the future that we're all working towards. Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, in the next 3 to 5 years, one more time, I see BullBit targeting those retail users who are stuck to me on centralized exchanges because, you never know when the next FTX is coming. So rather, we provide them the same seamless, convenient way of engaging with crypto on-chain. And whenever they wake up, their assets is there at their hands. So we try to provide, that robust on-chain welcome onboarding to the crypto. So we're targeting up to, 600 million users, not just 20 million DGens, DeFi users. Thank you.
Yeah, for us, I think we hope for a vibrant multi-chain ecosystem with multiple, all non-native assets being supported by LayerZero's OFTs, applications using our OWASP products and like upcoming products as well. So we're a technology company, that's what we call ourselves, and we hope to provide the technology for crypto growth. And we're deeply like excited for it and deeply like rooting for it and building on our own side.
Amazing. On time, guys. We're on time. So thank you so much, guys, for your insights. I think what a great panel, and hope to see every single one of your projects reach exactly that goal in 5 years. So thank you.
Thank you.